Captain with your high and mighty errand. Your action speaks so loud I can't hear a word you're saying. Hey sister, bleeding heart with all of your compassion. Your labors through the hurt but can't assuage temptation. Hey man of science with your perfect rules of measure, can you improve this place with the data that you gather? Hey Mother Mercy, can your lungs bear fruit forever? Is your fecundity a tremble or a treasure? And I wanna conquer the world, give all the idiots a brand new religion, put an end to poverty, uncleanliness and toil, promote equality in all of my decisions with a quick wink of the eye, and God you must be joking. Diplomat with your worldly aspirations, did you see your children cry when you left them at the station? Hey moral soldier, you've got righteous proclamations and precious stones to fuel your pulpy conflagrations. And I wanna conquer the world, give all the idiots a brand new religion, put an end to poverty, uncleanliness and toil, promote equality in all of my decisions. I want to conquer the world, expose the culprits and feed them to the children, do away with their punishment, then I'll save the whales. We'll have peace on earth and global communion. I want to conquer the world, I want to conquer the world, I want to conquer the world, I want to conquer the world.
Good ride today. It was, all in all, it was a good ride. Did my first YouTube live. That was pretty rad. It's gonna start raining at like 1 a.m. It's like 12:30 now. I'm under a pavilion at like Pony Lake in northern Kansas off 75. Found it on freecamping.net. Yeah, it was hot today. It was hot. That's what I'm dealing with right now. It was seriously hot. Triple digit hot. Didn't make my destination goal, which is fine because I'm not really on a schedule. But did some good riding. Got some good footage. Almost blasted past a cop. Anyways. I'm gonna crash. I know a lot of guys wake up in the mornings and they're so excited to ride. They make that coffee, they pack their bikes, and they roll. Well, I'm not a morning person. I've never been. I wake up slow. I take forever to pack. I am excited to ride, and I definitely make the coffee. But the thing is, man, I just hate mornings. That's really all it is. I hate mornings. But this is a beautiful one. This is an absolutely gorgeous one. And I'm happy to be here. All right, here's where we slept last night. Me. Yeah, so like, I was gonna sleep over there between those two trees. And then I got a storm alert and it said that a storm was gonna come through at 1 o'clock. Well, it didn't come through at 1 o'clock, but it did come through at 4 o'clock. Good decision staying in the shelter thing. Pavilion, whatever. Good morning.
How the moon will cry, sleep the sun away. I was just a child, I knew I was afraid.
This is going to be an interesting ride for me. Hell, it already is. See, the deal is, about 14 years ago, I went to prison in South Dakota for a DUI at the Sturgis rally. And I'm making a documentary on my experiences. This ride is heading up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, to check out the old prison that I spent time in, to go down the streets that I paroled at.
When I was in prison in South Dakota, I was up that hill right there. You can't see it because I'm showing you the falls. And when I was in the Max, eventually worked my way down to this area called the minimum, Unit C. But in the Max and in Unit C, both up there on that hill, maybe a quarter mile away, everybody would talk about this park. Everybody would be like, oh, wait till you see Falls Park, wait till you see Falls Park. Pretty cool coming back here like a decade later. Yep, it's the same.
Prison sucks. I won't say it doesn't, but I will say I'm a positive person, and I took the most from it. I mean, hell, I had fun. I made some extremely good friends, and I grew from it. Now, this experience in the South Dakota penitentiary didn't quite change me as a man. I was still a wild drinking fool. I still got down. But I did grow a little bit. I did.
There will come a day. So I stood my ground, kept the wolves at bay.
So unknowingly, I got here and I checked out the falls. And after I checked out the falls, I came up to my bike, put a couple things away, and sat down here on the rock. And when I sat down on this rock, it hit me. Man, when I got out of pen and I lived in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, only a couple miles from here actually. There was this guy, Freebird Cycles. He owned this awesome motorcycle shop, and he went by Freebird, which, funny enough, is my number one hated song. Just to let you know, I will take it off the jukebox. But anyways, the dude belonged to one of the upper top tier clubs, and he got out, moved to South Dakota, quit drinking, quit drugging, all that stuff. Found Jesus, and I was wild. I had my old iron head, and he would take me out, and we'd ride around together and whatnot. Anyways, one day we came here and sat on this exact rock. Right there, that rock. And then he basically witnessed to me, and I was respectful, but I didn't really listen. About a week later, he shot himself in the stomach with a shotgun. Really sucks, man. Old Freebird. Cool to think about him.
Arriving at this camp, I have so many thoughts going on. For instance, seeing the prison was amazing. Standing out in front of it and videoing it, it was just surreal. Made me think how back in the time before I went to prison and after I paroled, and that whole just wildness of mine, that I would have been scared to stand out of there, that I wouldn't have been comfortable videoing a prison, thinking that I was doing something wrong. Most likely, I had warrants for my arrest, and hell, I wouldn't have been anywhere around law enforcement or anyone official anyways. And I'm thinking about that. Because now, it's just not like that. Yeah, I'm still wild. Yes, I might still create some felonies when I'm on my motorcycle riding just a little too fast. But I'm not worried about law enforcement. I'm not worried about warrants. It's different now. I'm different now. I'm glad I have those experiences. Hell, I'm really glad. They were fun. But at the same time, I'm glad that I'm not worried about it. Heck, if I need to bail out now, it's just going to be traffic offenses and not a DUI. I was also thinking, the time that I lived in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rode around on my motorcycle, drank beer with all my friends, I would have got kicked out of this campground. In fact, there's a campground about 5 miles away that I did get kicked out of. We just weren't acceptable there. This time, the next morning I end up having a wonderful conversation with the camp master. Left on good terms. Heck, got invited back. That's a first. That didn't used to happen to me. See, the deal is, there was a time I had no self-confidence and a wild drinking problem. Whiskey? Forget about it. Just a sip would make me want to fight the biggest man at the bar, make the loudest noise at the campground, jump my Harley into a river. These things happened. I'll never be one to tell someone, hey bro, you shouldn't drink. Or hey bro, maybe methamphetamines isn't your thing. By the way, methamphetamines is no one's thing. It really shouldn't be. It's a horrible drug. But getting back to this, I'm not that guy, but I gotta tell you something. When I put down the drink and gained my confidence, found who I am, grew, I didn't need to be that asshole anymore. I didn't need to fight. I didn't need to be loud. I just became me.
Bro, I think I got these at Christmas 2023. Vienna sausages last forever. And this is how I budget $1 every 10 miles. So honestly, tell me again how you can't afford to moto camp, how you can't afford to cross the country. Tell me again about how your dreams are to see America from a motorcycle, but you can't do it. Huh. You like Vienna sausages? I do.